Hey guys, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. In today's video, I wanted to take you and show you some property in Duluth, which is the east side of the 15 freeway in Temecula. I'm showing some land here, and I wanted this video to be about just things that you as a buyer need to look out for when purchasing property in Temecula. It's not just buying property and building a home. There's a lot of things that you need to look out for. I do have a list of around 25 things. If you want, I'll put my email address on the screen here right now, and I can email you that list of questions or things that I feel that you should figure out before you even put offers on some of these properties. Duluth specifically is an unincorporated area in Temecula. A lot of agriculture here, avocados, citrus. The first thing I wanted to start out with talking about was, and I'm going to show you this right here, a lot of Duluth has long driveways. So the first thing that I would definitely want to figure out is you need to get power and you need to get water to the site. How much is that going to cost? A lot of these driveways are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet. So make sure you figure out what those two things are going to cost. Also, there's a lot of driveways in Duluth that are not finished. Finishing a driveway that's 800 feet long is not going to be cheap. So right off the bat, those are two of the things that I would figure out. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to talk to you about, a lot of the homes in Duluth, yes, they have views. Well, in order to have views, what do you need? Well, you need to go up on top of a mountain. So the steep grade on some of these driveways, if you do not like that, please be aware you might be better off buying a home in Duluth in one of the valleys. There's lots of valleys, rolling hills here. That's the type of terrain it is. So there are options. Now, in regards to how steep the driveway is, per the fire department, they don't want it, I think, more than 10 degrees on the slope of the driveway. So my buyer right now is basically just measuring that just to make sure. I think they do want the driveway, the width of it, to be around 12 to 14 feet. Double check that. In my opinion, from what you're seeing on the video right now, as opposed to what it feels like walking up or driving up, it does feel a little steeper than 8 degrees, but that's just an example of what it looks like. Okay, so there, all the way down the driveway, you can see avocado trees, avocado tree, all the way up here, avocado trees. The whole property is littered with them. And there's the golf course, Cross Creek. Actually really like playing that. And the views, again, are miles and miles long. Okay, so next up, the driveway does need a turnaround for the fire department. They need to be able to park a truck and have room for people to get up and down the driveway. So here is what they're gonna have to do. Here's the driveway coming up. They're going to probably, I would guess, has to be 30 by 30. So they're gonna have to take out, I would guess, around 6 to 7 feet and excavate that. And you know, it's not a huge deal, but it's just going to add to your cost to develop this property. And just people need to be aware of all the little things that need to be done in order to make this happen. Okay, so here is the edge of the driveway. We just came up and around the corner. Logically, you would say, hey, I'm going to build the house right here. Well, in this particular case, you're not able to do that because the fire department needs clearance to basically pull their truck in, which will be right here, and be able to turn around. So all of this area right here is really not going to be able to be built on. So what they're going to have to do is start the build over this way in this pad or this partial area here, and then grade out or flatten out where all these avocado trees are and bring the home almost to the edge of the property line, not property line, but the driveway line right here. So there's probably a good 30 feet right here where they're going to have to grade this out and make it to where they can actually put a home on the property. This right here, just on a side note, this is how they're watering the avocado trees. It's battery operated, and this is the pump. Okay, next up, easements. Definitely check those out. Why? Because just because a property is not built on yet, because land is getting more scarce out in this area or in Temecula, a lot of these properties are going to be bought. And what happens when somebody buys a property? They're going to build on it. Well, a lot of times the easements or the access to their property might cross over into, we're still on our property, but there's a road that goes up and there is another parcel that you can build on up there. So figuring out down the road where these, I guess, driveways, whatever you want to call it, roads, who is going to be able to access these roads, and ultimately, do you mind having somebody, and it's not going to be a massive headache, but for some people, they might just not want people being able to drive through their property. So I guess the point that I'm just trying to get at is make sure you figure out what the easements are, who has use of those easements, and that you're okay with that use. Okay guys, so there you have it. Just a quick video on a few of the things that you have to look out for. One of the reasons I made the list is because I wasn't going to talk about absolutely everything on that list, but I can send that to you so you have a really good idea of things to look out for if you want to purchase property. You've got wine country, you've got Meadowview, which is almost in town in Temecula, which is an awesome opportunity to be close to everything. And then I would say that Duluth, where we are right now, is definitely going to be the most rural area that you're going to purchase in Temecula. But a lot of people love it here. You know, it's just sort of what your interests are and what you want to do with your property moving forward. So any more questions, give me a call from Exploring Temecula. Until next time, talk to you later.